Hi, and welcome to Hogo TV from our Dublin studio. I'm joined today by Terry Randall, who's a UK citizen living in Sofia in Bulgaria. Hi, Terry.
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. We are just going to have a quick discussion here about what life is like for a UK citizen in Sofia. First of all, how long have you been there, and what are the most positive aspects of living in Sofia?
Well, I've been living here for about 6 years, and first of all, I would say, like a lot of people living abroad, the thing that you truly appreciate is the changing climate. I mean, year on year, the climate's been getting worse in the UK, and over here you have a typical continental climate. Very warm summers and very cold winters. And I have to say, even the winter, the quality of light is better. The sun seems to be higher in the sky, and there isn't the problem with getting that serotonin in your system here. There's not quite the winter blues that you might feel in the UK.
Very dark and wet, obviously, and a long winter in the UK this year anyway. And tell me, from an economical point of view, to try and make a living over there, how does that work for you?
Well, it's very encouraging here. As you may or may not know, there's a 10% base tax rate, and that's across the board. So anybody thinking of investing over here, your profit margin would be good if you can make a go of things.
Okay, so that's 10% on your global income or just your Bulgarian income?
Yeah, it would be global, because if you're paying tax here in Bulgaria, you don't have to pay it elsewhere as a European citizen.
Wow, that's a real big incentive for Bulgaria, and I'm sure it will help to lift the Bulgarian economy at a rapid speed. And tell me, how do you find the culture shock? Is there much of a culture shock living there?
Well, there is. You have, mercifully, I would say that since the end of communism here, everybody has been learning English as a second language. So the generations coming up now are fairly fluent in English. There is a Cyrillic language here, as you may know, and that is a bit of a culture shock. A different alphabet, and the diction here is quite phenomenal, really. But as I say, a vast majority of the people here are now speaking English.
And are they very receptive to a UK citizen?
Absolutely. There seems to be a sort of glamorous stigma to coming from the West.
Okay. And I suppose the other side of it, Terry, is we have a lot of Bulgarians and Romanians moving over here to Ireland and the UK, and they're looking at the minimum wage, which is £6.30 in the UK and approximately €9.50, I think, in Ireland. And they are thinking, that they are going to go over there and get wealthy, but everything over here, is so much more expensive.
Comparatively, although the wages are more, then they will be paying more for food and accommodation, and so proportionally the costs can be a lot higher. However, for those people who have professions, such as lawyers and dentists and doctors, their pay over here has not yet reached Western parity. So they're still on a very low wage. Even somebody like myself who's teaching English could be earning as much as a doctor over here, which if I'm in hospital and I'm being looked after, I'd rather they were paid more. And hopefully that situation will change in Bulgaria and stop the brain drain that's going on from a country which has one of the highest IQs in Europe.
I see. So basically what you're saying is the professional people who would be on a higher income in places like the UK, it makes more sense for them to be going to the UK, whereas the lower paid workers would find it more difficult in the UK and Ireland.
Absolutely. Although there tends to be a fairer wage structure in the UK that in terms of people being guaranteed their minimum wage, and of course there is benefits and support that you wouldn't get in this country.
Maybe each one of us should go and take a look in Bulgaria, for those of us who can move around quite easily, and I'm sure it's a beautiful country to visit, as Terry has just mentioned. That's it from Hogo TV for today. Thank you for joining us.